Much for joining us. As above, so below. We're talking about Venus energy. Y'all know I'm into this. As above, so below. So we're talking about Venusian energy, like I like to say it. And I want to say hello to each and every one of you guys. If this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. My beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. Those are the ATRs. I want to say hello to my Madrina, to my Padrinos, to my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, and Palo. Whether you're a mystic or IJ, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're an Eastern Star, whether you're a Mason, whether you're a shaman, whether you're a Kabbalist. Universal laws apply to each and every one of us, no matter what our tradition is, whether you're intermediate, whether you're advanced, or whether you are beginner. What's up there, Rhonda Aries in the house? And what's up there, Jeremy? Salutations to you as well. This is that my Shamari in the house from Chi-Town. Thank you so much. As you guys are being notified that I am live, this is the live for grown people. You understand? This is the particular live we're going to talk about, because on my live, I talk about real magic, real energy, frequency, and vibration. So this is the live. The children can't even stay at the house. They need to go to their friend's house tonight, because we got to talk grown people stuff. What's up there, Chris from Philadelphia? My Sagittarius in the house. Thank you so much. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for the love, the support, those that have been chiming in, those that are being a support of our platform and encouraging. What's up, love? I hope because I should have texted you and asked you, but thank you so much for your love and your support. I tell you, Taurus, you stood up strong. But let me tell y'all something. I got some good stuff coming in. Those that do not know, I've received the sister of Oya, Aya-O, and I have been practicing with this particular Risha, and I'm telling you that magic is hitting strong. I'm a type of person, I got to see how the Oya energy and her sister energy work with me. So I thank you so much. What's up there, Karen O'Brien, my Gemini in the house? Let me tell y'all something. I want to express some love. I want to express some support. I'm going to talk about grown people stuff, and it doesn't matter if you're in a relationship or you're not in a relationship. I'm talking about on your spiritual journey. I think this is going to help a lot of you guys, especially if you're going to take your spirituality seriously, and especially if you're going to take this from a professional level. This is the stuff that you have to deal with, and I didn't learn this in seminary school. I didn't learn this in college. I did not learn this. I learned this in life, especially if you're going to be out here. I'm in the church, so you know a whole lot of stuff be going on in the church. Okay, what's up there, Illumination? Yes, in the house, Libra. And then I got my Stormy Sagittarius from Detroit. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Now, y'all know I like to keep it 100. Some days I keep it 1,000. But this is grown people stuff. And the reason I'm expressing this again is that I don't want nobody to think that I'm trying to tell you how to live your life. Because I'm a Sagittarius. I don't believe in telling nobody how to live like I live by my own freedom. But, thank you there, baby. But I want to say this. In order for us to do better, we got to know better. In order for us to understand what we're asking for, so I'm going to be burning some love incense on tonight on Venus energy, and I'm going to be talking about something. And I do realize that some of y'all done already made these decisions in your life, and that's fine. But there's other people out there want real information. So even if they did it wrong, they want to tell their daughter or their son how to do it right. Even if they did it wrong, they want to say their grandchildren. So when I talk about spirituality, it doesn't matter if you are already in the mix of a thing or whether you are you already past that era. At the end of the day, there are certain things that are troubling the ATRs, African traditional religions, and there's some things that a lot of people are not comfortable at talking about. Venus Day and Libra season. I know that's right. Congratulations. I think my Padrino is a Libra. I think he is, because he don't like confrontation, and I love it. Anyway. But I want to talk about love. Now, those that do not know, it's a lot of times when we're talking about, especially this area of love, and I'm talking about magic and sorcery and conjure. What's up, my baby Scorpio? Come on to the front, because I got to teach y'all some stuff. So, I got Mafedi Fun Shango, Mafedi Fun Oshun. Because I got an Oshun ceremony I got to do Sunday at the church. So, I want to say this. I'm going to say some stuff. First of all, where are my cards at? These are the cards that I read from the 72 Names of God to all my Christian buddies. Don't come in with a tomfoolery. And then we got to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. Now, the reason why we're going to talk about this, because a lot of times when some of you guys are dealing with people like me or especially if somebody come to me about relationships or love work, or they're coming trying to get favor and stuff, I have to be very clear. And then though, to all of you guys that was raised by your father or your mother, and they didn't tell you about the facts of life, well, it doesn't matter what tradition you practice in. There are certain things you need to know and certain things you need to understand about how you carry yourself out here in these spiritual streets, okay? You don't need to get a bad reputation or a bad experience because you don't know how to conduct yourself. Just because just like they try stuff on you in the church, they try stuff in these elays, and a lot of times you be thinking it'd be something you did or said, and when a lot of times it's just that people are attracted to you and they don't know how to conduct themselves after they have found themselves attracted to you, okay? So we're gonna talk about this today. Now, this is the soap that I bathe with. This is Honey Love. I get it from a Botanica where I get a lot of my products from. I don't have this on my website, but it's the honey, and I bathe with this rapidly and often. Now, please, I'm gonna say this before I get started. Do not get offended by what I'm gonna talk about. What I want you to understand is, if you're gonna do magic, whether it's hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi Congo, any type of work, when you're dealing with people, especially predominantly women, they want love work. I'm telling you. Now, a lot of stuff they be asking for ain't love work, but they're gonna ask for love work. You're gonna need to know certain things and know how to deal with this energy, especially when you're dealing with Venusian energy or Venus energy. When you're dealing with Oshun, Aphrodite, if you're dealing with Ezeli Frida, if you're dealing with any love spirit, male or female, love goddess, entity, angel, you still need to understand what we're going to talk about tonight. So my subject tonight is how sex is messing up the ATR. You think we have time? Yes. We have time tomorrow. Even though I got to go to Miami. But I'm going to make time for you. That's what I do. I'm a man. Now, let's talk about some grown folk stuff, right? So I don't acknowledge all this. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm excited for what is going on in our ministry, but I'm also aware of a lot of you guys that have come from other elays, you come from other churches, you come from other aspects of ATRs, okay? Whether it's Obia, whether it's Conjure, Kabbalah, mysticism, shamanism. Hey, universally, I want to talk about this. Now, first of all, this is grown people talk, so tell y'all cheering your cousin, all them go out the house. There are a lot of people that when they get into the ATRs, that is the first type of attention they have gotten from men or women. Okay, let me explain something. Now, I'm 50, gonna be 51 in December. Now, when it comes to people, when it comes to sex, especially if you come from the Christian church, the mindset of being sexuality, and being intimate is frowned upon. And so a lot of us do not have a lot of knowledge because a lot of us were sneaking having sex because we were told that it was wrong, especially if you were doing it outside of marriage. Okay? So when it comes down to understanding your own sexuality, when it comes to feeling sexy, this energy, whether this is Ezeli Dontor or Ezeli Frida, or whether it is Oshun, or whether it is Oya, because Oya is more seductive in her energy and frequency. But my thing is, when it comes down to your sex, myself, I've always been a free-loving person. So I didn't really care what church people said, and I studied a lot of when it comes to sexology. So I was quite educated when it came down to sex. Even though I was a hoe, I still was knowledgeable about what I was doing, okay? So when it comes down to this energy, when I say sex is messing up, when people don't have a self-esteem about themselves and they get into the ATR and they find themselves either the Tata, the Mambo, the Hugon, or Boko, gay straight about, find themselves attracted to somebody that is just supposed to be training, or the person that is being trained find themselves attracted to that individual. Now listen to from a grown person. Being attracted to people is nothing wrong. Finding people attractive is absolutely nothing wrong. Responsible people can be attracted to you and not cross those lines. People can be attracted to you and not be disrespectful to you. People can be attracted to you and never ever move forward beyond that attraction. You understand? Some people may make you aware of them being attracted to you, and some people don't. Now, let me explain what. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's grown people stuff. What happens is, a lot of y'all don't understand. Sometimes when you have people that have an attraction to you, but they are not used to understanding that energy, then they don't know how to still do their job by you or for you, especially if they're doing love work for you when they have their own personal interest in you. Okay? That can be the elder. It can be somebody coming to do work. This stuff really goes on. Especially I have dealt with this in the church world. I've dealt with this in in ATRs, and that's from either somebody being attracted to me, male or female, or somebody finding me attractive, and somebody that's that is trying to draw me from other people because they have a certain level of attraction or a purpose for me. Now, I'm gonna tell you why this is, when I say that being attracted to people is not a bad thing. Because there are certain people that are used to being attractive. Attractive does not necessarily mean good looking. Doesn't necessarily mean that that you have to be fine or sexy. You just have certain things that are appealing about yourself. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I was raised by a Virgo. My mom's a Virgo, and I have me and my sister. Now, this is what I was raised. My mom said this to me. I was the eldest. Me and my sister 9 years apart. And my mom said, it takes more than looks, and it takes more than sex. Because after a while, a woman's going to want more than just you being good looking, and a woman's going to want more than just sex, okay? So in my life, in my personal journey, from a very young age, I knew that being attractive is one thing, being good looking, being sexy, and all that stuff is fine, but at the end of the day, I needed to be a provider. At the end of the day, I needed to be a protector. At the end of the day, I needed to be more than something physical. I needed to learn how to be supportive. I was struggling younger with communication, but I eventually got there with being a better communicator. My point is, there's too many people in the ATRs that have self-esteem issues. And now that they're getting attention on social media, they're getting attention from being a godparent, getting attention from being a Tata, Mamba, or Hugon, because people come into folks for different various reasons, and now they find themselves attracted. Now they find themselves trying to be sexual. Now they find themselves trying to be intimate with the people they're engaging. One thing that I tell you guys that people that follow me for a long time, just like I didn't come to the church to find sex, I was getting sex before I went to church, okay? So my thing is, you need to grow up before you try to come out here in these spiritual streets watching this as I make myself self-love candle. That's crazy thing. Now, yes, baby. So when you think about, before you get out here, because there's certain levels of development that you need to have. So when you're doing ceremonies, you're doing cleansing, because in certain ceremonies, we have to be in the nude, okay? Now, I'm not a bashful person, and I'm not shy and ain't all that. But at the end of the day, people still need to be respectful. People still need to be, because there are certain people that go through these ceremonies and they have to disrobe, and they if they are around people that are not respectful, BDC respectful, then lines can be crossed. Okay? Let me see how I'm gonna say this. You need to understand in spirituality that you don't need to be getting into spirituality as a male chauvinist to get women or to get men. I don't care if you gay or straight, bi, what, I don't care nothing about that. When people come to us, they come to us for a service. They don't come to us for our sex. I'm going to say it again. When people come to us as a Tata, a Mumbo, a Hugon, or whomever, they're not coming to us for our sex. And there's too many people, it's same thing spiritually. There's too many people trying to get involved with Tatas, Mumbos, Hugons, pastors, teachers, evangelists, Hugons, a ruler priest, to draw energy sexually. Do not get into the ATR. I'm going to talk to my women and me. Do not get into the ATR and try to exchange sex for services. You do not want to be sexual with the people that are doing work for you. Okay? Once you involve sex, it taints a relationship. Okay? I'm just being honest with you. Bendición, El Bay. Unless y'all already got a relationship or whatever got going on, that's something different. I'm talking about when a lot of times when women or men get into these ATRs. Sidebar, can you speak on your graveyard work you spoke on? Yes, I will. So I'll talk about it a little bit. So let me put a mental note over here. Graveyard work. Why am I saying this? Because just like women believe that they can control a man or a person through sex, it is still going on to the ATRs. You do not want to be entangling your energy with a conjurer, with a mystic, with an AJ, just for the sake of trying to learn the ATRs. Okay? Just like a teacher don't have to have sex with you to teach you math and English, a tata, a mumbo, a pastor, apostle, I do not have to teach you spirituality by being intimate with you. I can teach you sex magic without having sex with you. You do not want to enter into these sexual ties with these conjurers because you don't know who all they have slept with. I'm going to say it again. If you are getting into the ATRs, you do not need to listen to somebody that is constantly going from one spiritual person to another spiritual person and they're being intimate with those individuals, because that's a whole nother type of energy. That's a whole nother facet of energy. Do not be exchanging your sexual skills for spiritual work. That is no good. Okay? Now, I know you grown. Some of y'all done already did it. Let me explain something. If it is hard for you to break a sexual tie with a man or woman that is just a normal mortal man or woman, how much harder would it be for you to break a sexual tie or a soul tie from somebody that's a tata, a mumbo, a hugan, a apostle, a pastor, a mystic, a aj, a shaman, a necromancer? Like, think about what you are doing. And yes, when you are intimate with people, you share their energy. But if they are dominating in their energy, you're not going to control that man or woman. You're going to receive some ashe. Like I said, I'm going to keep it real with you. Because some of y'all just sleeping with men or women, gay, straight or bi, for the sake of drawing their energy or getting into their energy. That's why some of y'all, I have built myself up in energy and ache to a point where as much as I would love to encounter, have some sexual escapades, I got to be even more particular because of the energy that I have. A lot of you guys, once you get to certain places in your life, whether you in a relationship or not in a relationship, you need to be particular about who's trying to be sexual with you, because their vagina can mess your energy up. That rod of correction could cause issues in your life. You understand? And when you're not responsible and you're not aware of energetically what you're doing, or if that person is manipulating you through their ache, then you can end up finding yourself in a situation that you got yourself entangled in a web with somebody that now is controlling your mind. Because I'm going to talk about this. There are 5 senses that when you're doing magic that we all have. Oshun, number is 5. Represent the 5 senses. The pentagram. When we do love magic, we are influencing the person's senses. Whether it's 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, or all 5. Sometimes every practitioner does not have, because they do hoodoo, voodoo, they do not have an essence of influencing every aspect of a person's senses. Okay? So that's just being real. Now, when I do love work, let me explain to y'all. When I do love work for you, and I put you in front of a spirit, or put your picture or your name or whatever, your partner, whatever it is that we're doing, and I sit that in front of that individual spirit, and that is a love spirit, And then when it comes back that there is not love in that relationship, listen to me real good. Every relationship should not get love work because the relationship itself is not a loving relationship. It's a lustful relationship. It's a transactional relationship. It's a situational ship relationship, but it is not a love relationship because love is chaos. When you start bringing love into a relationship that you and the person are just together for business relationship or transactional relationship, it will actually destroy your relationship. I'm going to say that again. Bringing love into a relationship where there is no love. It might be mutual respect. It might be a great understanding, but it is not a love relationship. What's up, my Natasha Foster, my Aquarius in the house? They got my eldest son, Trey, in the house. I know a lot of people can't teach you that. They can't share this with you because I do real magic. I do real conjure. That's what I do. Okay? Sex magic has nothing to do with love. Has nothing to do with respect. You're utilizing your personal fluids to create a bond with that individual. This is why I tell and I say to many of you guys, let's be grown. What's up, Boss Brave? Let's be grown about what kind of conjure you're doing. Huh? What you do, sir and ma'am, is your business. As long as you ain't doing it on me or my children or my members or my flock or anything that belong to me. Anyway. So when you learn magic from somebody that only does magic or sex magic to get a man to get money out of him or get a woman to get a place to stay, because men do it, but mostly women do it, but men do it as well. You need to understand, when you start trying to do work with Oshun, and that's not love relationship, you're trying to deal with Ezeli, or you're dealing with these other cosmic energies, you're finna destroy your relationship. Some of y'all did not get into a relationship with that man out of love. You got in that relationship with that man out of security. So when you start messing with my Fedifun Oshun, and you start messing with my Fedifun Shango, and now you want something real. Now you find yourself being attracted to the pool boy. The pool or the girl at McDonald's, because now, even though you're in a relationship, you're asking love to draw you somebody that you can love. Okay, let's talk. I want to be grown about this. When you are not being honest about what type of relationship you're in, you can call the wrong spirit into your relationship or ask the spirit to do something in your relationship that does not exist. We can build a more pleasant friendship because we have mutual respect for one another, but we're not in love with each other. But we built a life together. But we're not going to bring love into this because love will mess this up because I end up falling in love with somebody else. Uh-oh. The five senses are the five tools that a human uses to perceive the world around us. When you're working with love, man, and you trying to bring sex in there, people start messing with your senses. I'm going to teach you this, why some of you guys cannot protect yourself against certain magic and energy, and why some of you guys are not aware of certain things. Because when people working you, let me open this up. This is a figure candle, an image candle. Figure candle, image candle. I usually don't like working with red, because red brings passion and all that other stuff, and it ain't really for building relationships. It's getting in the sack and making it happen. Or if you want to put passion in a man, you can use a red candle. What's up, Renee? Now, when a person of me, they're gonna be writing things on his, messing with his senses, his eyes. Okay, so we're gonna say what to say. Our brain receives signals through our eyes, our ears, our nose, our skin. Wait a minute. And our, what the hell did I wrote down? And our ears. So our ears, skin, nose, eyes, and nose. I think I said all that. Now, when we're doing conjure, the first thing that a lot of people start doing is they start messing with the perception of the eyes. So there's an old saying that said beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So what some people, especially in the church, they say, oh, God gonna give you a man that got eyes only for you. Okay? So now we put blinders on this man so he can only see you. Then there's other spells that work with the mind on the top of the head, and they talk about so he can only think of you. And then they put stuff in the mouth, so normally they use some type of vaginal fluid or semen, and they put it in the mouth so you can only taste that man or that woman. And then they mess with the heart, and they put things in the heart. They write names, they write you all over their heart, so you'll always be feeling them in your heart chakra. And then they start messing with the genitals, because let me explain something to y'all. When people start tapping into your senses and they're not understanding that they're opening doors in your senses, then they're also leaving energies open for other things to take place. Because a lot of people, when they open something, they don't close it. I'm going to say it again. A lot of time when people are tampering with your senses, they may open them to influence you, but normally most spiritualists, they don't close those doors, and those doors need to be closed so other energies don't get in to influence this individual. When you start messing with people's minds or their five senses, and you're not shutting those doors that you have opened to influence that person's what they see and what they think and what they hear and what they taste and what they feel. This is responsible magic. Do not be out here conjuring and involving sex. And now, basically, you're tying your life to somebody through sex, through the lower self. This is why you can't get the good stuff. I'm going to say it again. Depending on where you do your magic at and where that energy is coming from, you're connecting yourself to somebody that you're only going to deal with their lower natures. The beast in them. The lower part of their aspect. The lower part of their mind. The lower part of their heart. The lower part of their emotions. The lower part of their... Everything about this man or woman, because of how you're doing that conjure. Because you're dealing with irresponsible people that don't understand. You don't want to tie yourself to a man or woman through sex. Huh? You want to be attracted to a man or woman through intellect, through vision. They find you appealing. They like how you sound. They like how you sing. They like the sound of your voice. That's the kind of stuff when you're doing real. That's why I do magic on myself. I enhance myself. That's why I bathe with my honeys and I do my conjure on myself, because it's self-love. So I can attract people through my intellect. I can attract people through the words that I say, or my personal look, or how I carry myself. Huh? Because if you're only building bonds and connections out here in these spiritual streets through your lower part of your person, then that's why you don't get the better aspect of a man or a woman. I don't care. This is why a lot of times, especially melanated men and women out here, we have a lot of piss poor relationships because the connection you made with that individual was from your lower self. Huh? Now I done been out there and I did my thing, so I don't play games with me. So what I am saying, if you are going to be grown about this, if you're going to be responsible about this and understanding how to enhance yourself, then a lot of the healing that needs to take place and the education is for you to know how to function with people outside of the bedroom. Why are you trying to have sex with a man that is clearly out of your range, out of your reach? I'm going to say that again. Why are you trying to have sex with a woman that is clearly out of your range, out of your reach? Unless you guys have a mutual understanding that this is all this is, sex. Because in the real world, we have no compatibility. Just because you've grown enough to have sex doesn't mean you are compatible with that person to build a life with him or her, to build a business with him or her, to build an empire with him or her, to build a spiritual relationship with him or her. Because at that point, it takes the other aspects of yourself in order for that to happen. When you have built 80% of your relationship based on how your booty works, how your booty clap, how long your Johnson is. Now, I want to talk to grown people. Now, only way I can help you if you be real with yourself. Because I don't know if you're intact. Because most people, I feel like they're not attracted to intelligent men or intelligent women. That's not what make your nipples stand up. Oh my God, you saw how he read that poetry? Oh my God, did you see how he painted that on that canvas? That most people don't want to be honest. The people that you engage with because you found them physically attractive doesn't mean you found them mentally attractive. You didn't find them financially attractive. If all you have to offer in conjure is having sex with somebody, then you cannot mean that individual any good. You do not, let me tell y'all something, at certain ages of your life, you need to understand that the sum total of you should not be about your lower regions. Huh? And when you're trying to attract men or women in your life, because this is law of attraction, and you're trying to attract men or women in your life that have something to offer life, then you yourself, they're going to want to see what you have to offer as well. So you must be the very thing, or be in the ballpark of the very thing that they would be attracted to. Okay? This is why I can turn down certain things so very easily. It has nothing to do with I don't have a nature. It has nothing to do with I'm holier than thou because I've been hoeing a long time and ain't got tired yet. You understand? There's a reason why I'm talking about this. And there's a reason why some of you guys are listening to people about spirituality, and the only way that they got a relationship with that man or woman because they was having sex with them. They were not drawn to them spiritually. They were not getting proper work. And certain ma'am, do not be out here exchanging your body for spiritual teaching. Yeah, be what you want. And let me tell you something. If you're getting into spirituality to get laid, then you need therapy. It is no different if you go into church looking for a husband. Because we all heard that the church is a hospital. So that means that you're going to look for somebody sick to be your man. I know you don't like the way it sounds. You are going into the streets trying to find a husband. You found your man in the club. And we all know that those places are called hookups. You understand? So any rational man or woman that is trying to build a life know that the chances of finding somebody in a particular environment, especially a club setting, and you out there twerking and all like that, you not trying to, no. Unless you trying, and let me tell y'all something. I don't know why this came back to me. I want y'all to think about Nicki Minaj, Sagittarius. For all you masculine energy, men and women. And then Cardi B is a Scorpio, feminine energy, water energy. Notice that Nicki Minaj is always in control, and the men she deal with, she's always clashing with men because of her masculine energy. And she wants to feel equal with a man. So you got to understand the energy that you carry. It's not a negative or a positive. It's just understanding who you are and why certain people end up with certain type of people. Huh? Nicki Minaj is going to be in the front seat driving her car, and her man going to be in the passenger seat. Cardi B, she lets her man lead. As rich as she is, that both of these women are in the same type of industry, but they do not approach their relationship the same way. You got to understand that when you're listening to somebody, especially when it comes to relationship, you need to understand, are you trying to be that type of woman, or are you trying to be that type of man? If you want that type of relationship, and you need to understand the energy that you're bringing in your life. Huh? What's up there, Brother John, and Father of our church? Now, without using our senses, we are not aware of what is going on around us. Nikki is drawn to Lester. Yes, she wants a man that does not have a problem with her calling shots, and that's fine. There are people for everybody. He's still a man. but her type of man. A lot of times you guys are saying, well, I want a strong man. I want this type of man. I want a man that's like, you're invoking a certain type of energy. And then when that man come in your life, you trying to be making the nod, and that's why y'all clash, and that's not a healthy relationship. If you're trying to be the breadwinner in your family, you need to be with a man that does not mind or can exist with you being that breadwinner. If you are trying to look for a man to be a provider, then you got to be the woman that he wants to provide for, or the man. Because if you in same-sex relationship, that is important, especially when you trying to attract somebody. A lot of y'all, and y'all don't want to admit this, you go in to have sex with somebody to be able to have influence in their life. Listen to me. The only reason why you're trying to be intimate with that man or that woman is because that's the only way that you know how to be in a relationship. And that is your level of influence. You cannot deal with any other of their senses. And you're going to have to dull their sight. You're going to have to stop their ears. And you're going to have to confuse their taste. And that's too much work. When you get to a certain age, you want to blend, you want to flow, you want to engage. And you want to engage with people that are already doing what they're supposed to be doing. And they're willing to clean up their own mess. They're willing to address their own issue. When you are at a certain age in your life and you're still trying to tell somebody about prioritizing, you're still telling a grown man or woman about don't put their needs before their wants. Don't put their wants before their needs. I apologize. This is the kind of stuff why people stay in their lower nature and why they never experience evolution. Why they never experience that's why they say, oh man, no. You went into that energetic relationship with that man or woman, weaponizing your lower region. And so therefore, the only true bond y'all have is sex. And so therefore, you cannot get up to the higher regions of this individual. You can't tap into his higher chakras. You will always only have his lower chakras. And at some point in life, that just ain't enough. Huh? At some point, people are going to want more than just sex. And when you have only trained yourself to offer in that area, you only cook long enough. You only clean long enough. You only go to school long enough to attract. Uh-oh. My mom told me this. If you want a clean woman, always get a woman that whatever she's doing, she's going to do that whether you're with her or not with her. Some of y'all out here getting men and women that are only going to hold on the job long enough to draw you in. They're only going to play like they in the church just to get you. They're only going to play like they into spirituality to get you. They're only going to play like they into football to get you. Men and women do this. And when you are not paying attention and your senses are not clear and you're not discerning and you're not paying attention to the signals that are coming from your senses, then you're going to find yourself in situations, and then you're going to be praying and telling God to deliver you. You can't raise someone who is already grown. He or she. Exactly. Brother Jonathan, let me tell y'all something. When I do conjure, it's about energy. I don't care who do work for you. They cannot put something in a man's heart for you that does not exist. We can enhance. They cannot put anything in that woman. What a lot of y'all doing is dominating. And what you're doing is you're dulling the senses of this man or woman. And in turn, they're never going to be their full self. They're never going to be the better version of themselves. Because in order to remain in that relationship, you must continuously to block their senses. You must continue to block their better judgment. You must continuously to cause them not to own their true vision for themselves. Because if they see themselves as themselves, then they're not going to be attracted to you. And you're not going to be the apple of their eye. There's a lot of people in relationships, they know they're not what that man or woman do. So they entrap those persons. So they know that that person don't like to work, so they take care of them. They know that person is not self-sufficient, so they always providing things for them. That people know how to ensnare folks. Men do it, women do it. I'm telling you, if you want real magic, you want real energy, you want real healthy relationship, you do not want, that's not the type of way that you do work. I don't do that type of work. If I use Shango to allow me to walk deeper into my masculine energy, I use Oshun for me to tap into my feminine energy, so I can be more compassionate, I can be more loving, I can be more nurturing. But I strive for a balance in my life. You do not want to be out here dulling the senses of a man and a woman where they can't really hear correctly. So everybody around them telling them the truth, but because you don't work on them so much, they cannot even hear the truth anymore. Because if they heard the truth, they also hear the truth about you. Sex is an energy and a frequency that is natural. And a lot of y'all, especially grew up in the church, you don't know how to walk in your sexuality. And you also do not know how to be sexy. I'm going to say that again. Sexy ain't got nothing to do with cute. There's a lot of ugly, sexy people. Okay? Sexy is an energy. Feeling your sexuality, feeling your energy, and identifying your energy, your frequency, and your vibration. Whether you're walking in your energy of masculine energy as a female or a male, or you're walking in your feminine energy as a female or male. This ain't got nothing to do with all this other stuff. And you need to be good with your ATR, as some people say. Some of y'all need to be good with your prana. Some of y'all need to be good. But you need to understand, if you're going to work with me, I'm never going to endeavor to be sexual with somebody I'm trying to teach. I want you to come into, because what I'm trying to do, I want to teach my brothers and sisters. I don't care what your preference is. I want you to be able to grow in your spirituality. I want you to start respecting your temple. I want you to start respecting the temple of other people. I want you to start loving who you are. I want you to start understanding why you got your nose to smell, and why you got your eyes to see, and why you got your ears to hear, and why you got your skin to touch, and start paying attention why you need to keep that stuff clean. And let me tell y'all something. You can't make somebody else responsible when you yourself have lowered yourself to a lower nature just to be with somebody. I don't pick people for folks. But when people tell me, oh, that's the best thing I do, I know that's the best you can do. That's the best you allowed yourself to do. Because if you were trying to eventually have a healthy relationship, there's certain things you would not be doing or accepting. There's certain things I'm not going to be doing. There's certain things I'm not going to be going for. Ain't nobody got to tell me to come home. Ain't nobody got to tell me to go to work. Ain't nobody got to tell me to save for a rainy day. That's why I told a lot of you guys, I strive to be upfront with you when it comes to things like that, because I don't want you to ever think because I'm spiritual and I got all these gifts and talent that I'm going to be doing the type of work that some of y'all need to do because you don't want to be a grown woman about your business or a grown man. If you're going to be a part of an elay, you're going to be a part, watch people how they conduct themselves in real life. I'll tell you what type of person that you're going to be dealing with in any aspect of life. When me and my cousin went out for breakfast, we both are masculine men. He's a Capricorn, I'm a Sagittarius. We both were trying to pay the bill. We both were trying to tip. You can tell a type of man, watch him, watch her. When they go out and interact and they interact their energy in other spaces and places, watch how they conduct themselves. If she's nasty with the waitress, she's going to be nasty with your sister. She's going to be nasty with your cousin. If she don't... Some of y'all think the date is about getting the sex. That's why you missing out on all the signals. The date is the interview. The date is to find out how this person... I literally took saints out. I ain't even talking about being sexual with them or nothing. Wasn't even interested. Just taking them out to eat. And I was watching this one young lady. and they were giving free drinks. And I was paying for everything, for everybody. And she kept running that waitress. Number one, she wasn't going to tip that waitress. And she was not paying. When people don't know when to stop. My mama used this term, don't wear out welcome. You already ain't paying. And now you're going to sit there because they said free drinks. You're going to sit there an extra hour to drink something for free instead of saying enough is enough. When a man, a grown woman or a man don't know when to stop on their own. Just because somebody say you like it's certain people that there's an apostle, I'm gonna send no, you done enough. I'm the type of I understand and I appreciate when people help me, but I don't want to bleed nobody because I don't want nobody to bleed me. I need support. I got about 6 more people that to help me with the Babalu Aye ceremony. We got 6 more people with $1,000 a piece. So when I tell you guys about graveyard work, and someone told me earlier, asked to speak about this. This is how I do graveyard work. I don't know how to people. I have relationships with spirits in the cemetery. Even though I'm a necromancer, I don't be at everybody's grave. This is just me. And when I work with your ancestors in the graveyard, I work with ancestors that stand up for you. I work with spirits that I don't have to beg. I don't have to pull shenanigans in order to get that spirit to work for you. So this is the ceremonial work when I'm into cemeteries, and when you send your $1,000, when I go to cemeteries, and I go to them a lot, you are part of that when I'm engaging with spirits that are blessing me or blessing the working that I'm doing. And those spirits activate your ancestors. When I'm out there giving out offerings in the cemetery, when I'm doing conjuring in the cemetery, then the people that invested in those type of work, I make them a part of that. My spirits already know. So therefore, when I'm out there dealing with, if I decide to use voodoo, I deal with Baron Samzi. If I decide to deal with Orisha, I'm dealing with Oya, and I'm dealing with Oba. Sometimes I do. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes because there are certain cemeteries I go and work in. They have crossroads. They have roads in there. So sometimes I'm dealing with certain other crossroad spirits in the cemetery, even though I'm doing cemetery work. But I'm doing crossroad work in the cemetery because of those lines are intersecting. So I be doing a lot of stuff. I love the cemetery. I don't like the cemetery. I love it because I see a lot of the universal worlds in the cemetery. So when I'm talking about ashe and I'm dealing with stuff like that, if I'm going to go to somebody's grave that for a love relationship, they had to be a decent individual. Now, I was talking to Mother Susan about this. Once again, I'm just here to help. I ain't here to tell you what to do. That's your business. Some of y'all going to take dick over decent. Some of y'all going to take dick over decent. You're gonna turn down a decent man over dick, and you are a grown woman and you have every right to. But don't complain to us or try to come to it spiritually, to create a decent man out of dick. You wanted booty clapping? That's what we can work for you. Because that's all in that energetic field in that relationship. Stop trying to get us to create in your relationship something that you did not bond that relationship with. And I don't know why these people keep lying to y'all. I don't know why these people keep telling y'all they can do it. You cannot put something in a man or woman that is not in them. You can enhance if it's there. If sir, you're in a relationship with him and you got in a relationship because he got big booty cheeks and he give good head, that's all. I can enhance that for you. I can make you indulge and enjoy it more, but I can't make him a businessman. I can't make him a business partner. I can't make him a bill payer because that's not the energy. Being grown is knowing what you picked up in the supermarket, what you put in your basket. Like attract like. And there's too many of y'all out here representing the ATRs, and y'all letting sex mess up the real potency and the power behind these ATRs. Huh? You ain't used to getting nobody, because you all of a sudden now, because you a tata, now she want to give you head. Because you ain't used to getting head outside of your spirituality. Where I am. A lot of the reason why I'm able to temper myself, because I've been getting that before I had a job, before I could pay bills, that I grew up getting some of that. You understand? But my point is, you need to be, as a grown man or woman, if you're going to service people in these spiritual streets, you need to not be involving sex as a part of the service. You can be attracted to him or her all day long. People hey, that's natural. Listen, I got some beautiful clients, male and female. I got some clients that are well put together. I got some clients that are young and pretty. Some of them old and pretty. Some of them, they got certain things going for themselves. I don't mix that. People not coming to me for me to lay the pipe. You understand? Maybe some of them will, but I'm here to tell you, do not give up a decent man or woman for sex. Now here come the stupidity. You can still get your needs fulfilled with a decent man or a decent woman. But if all your desire is for lust and sex, then you're not looking for a relationship. Because everybody that's growing out here, whether it's a business relationship, a friend relationship, we all know that sex is just a small part of life. If you are maximizing your sexuality to cover more grounds in your life, then that's, unless you an adult pornography filmmaker, because then I can see you making that more of your life because that's where your money is. Cause I'm for the I get cash out from the hoes, and I don't discriminate. I thank God for some of these hoes. I thank God for them. I ain't here to rain on the hoes. No, that ain't what I'm here for. But unless that is what's going on in your life, then you need to have other aspects of yourself that you're able to attract men and women in your life, and that they themselves can have something healthy with you. Let me say this again. We all gonna get old. You better have somebody that's willing to wipe your ass. Your other pastor might not tell you this. Your other tata might not tell you this. And they got you out here doing all this conjuring, you praying and doing your love incense and all that. Because I'm burning love incense. Have somebody in your life that's willing to wipe your natchy, butt naked ass. That you don't have to be 100 for them to love on you, to support you. If I'm gonna do conjugal, I want somebody to be good to you and then you good to them. I don't want you to have a slave, and I don't want you to be a slave. I got up this morning, and I don't know if she wants me to say this, but love was a real blessing to me this morning. I am trying, and when I tell y'all, when you sow in or you give in to people, know what energy you doing that. And I want somebody in your life that if you're down, they're willing to pick you up, and they're not going to turn around and make it everybody else's business. I want somebody in your life. I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's a lover. I don't care if it's a husband or wife. I don't care if it's I don't care who it is. But you need somebody in your life, attracted in your life, that want to see you win. That will fight you if you're not taking care of yourself. Will get into it with you when you're not handling your When people are willing to watch you destroy yourself, that's not love, baby. When they know you off your game and they not trying to put you back on game, you don't need them kind of people in your life. We too grown for that. We too grown for that. I am 50, about to be 51. Even before that, I'm not going to do conjure work to bring somebody in your life that going to bring you down. That just ain't me. If I ain't going to do it to my sister, I'm not going to do it for my niece. I'm not going to do it for my brother. I'm not doing it for my cousin. Why would I do you like that? But if you ask me to do work, I will put your working before a spirit that represents love. Once I find out that is not a love relationship, that is a love, then I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm going to let you know, I'm going to tell you what you're dealing with. Not what you want it to be, but what you're dealing with. And at that point, it's what you do with it. I ain't here to tell you how to live your life. But let me tell you something. You don't want to find yourself out here with all this new knowledge and understanding, especially if you're working with me. I want something healthy, a friend. People that got something to offer you other than ass, dick, nuts, mouth, throat, body parts. Why are you still at a certain age being attracted to that when there's more to people than just that? Especially if you in gay relationship. The reason why I be telling you, stop letting these, because you keep running after just sex and you're never going to have somebody there when the times get hard. No pun intended. Ma'am, if all you doing is getting sex from that woman and you're not trying to build a healthy relationship, then you're not going to have nothing when you get older. And it's not just happening in gay relationship, it's happening in straight relationship. It happening in business relationship. We have a self-reflection issue. And we have made sex more vital and necessary for a relationship than the other aspects of the individual. And that's just real talk. That's just real talk. Huh? When you get to a certain age, there are certain things that you should be able to do for yourself, which means you will be able to do it for another person. There are certain things you should be willing to do for yourself, which means you will be willing to do it for somebody else. A lot of y'all gonna find yourself very financially strapped and alone. Because the concepts that you're listening out here in these spiritual streets is gonna fuck you up. Do not give up on decent. He might not be as good looking as Apostle Ely, but he decent. He might not be as fine as Apostle Ely, but he decent. He might not have more teeth than Apostle Ely, but he decent. She might not be as fine as some other women, but she did. You better stop running out here and talking about you can't find you a money man, because that's all he gonna have to offer. Find you a man that gonna love. Find you somebody that when you look back on your life, you don't have no regrets. He might be spoiled and everybody in the streets want him. But he is not the person that's going to hang around when the tough get going. Like I said, y'all do what y'all want to when it comes to conjuring spirituality. And that's why I say sex is messing up the ATR. Some of y'all at certain age, you shouldn't be worried about certain things. You deserve not to be worried about where him or her at. You deserve at a certain age not to be worried about if they bring on the paycheck. At a certain age, there's certain conversation. You should know that y'all got life insurance. I don't care if you're in Hoodoo, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Santeria. Your ass gonna die one day. Half of the time, people that prioritize sex don't even know what true pleasure is or how to get it. They be trying these. Let me tell y'all something. To be a good lover, you got to put work in. That's why I don't believe everybody deserves my love. Huh? Because if I'm going to put that kind of work in there to drive you to Nutsville, huh? And change your zip code and change your spinal codes and all this. If I'm going to do all that, it got to be worth my time. You understand? Some of y'all don't understand. People that get to and they build themselves and they go through these evolutions in their ATRs, they're not finna let you do that. I can't let you get my energy because you got a hoover in your throat. Huh? I'd rather release that energy on my own. Being responsible sexually is important. Being careless sexually Because you're not used to attention. You're not used to people running after you. You're not used to people calling your name. You're not used to people looking you up. And now all of a sudden you done turned the hoodoo worker or the conjure or the mystic or the adjay into nothing but a den of whores. Because you're irresponsible. You might be talented. You might be gifted. You might be a lot of things. But what you are is irresponsible when it comes to that thing called sex. Huh? Bust your nut out in this over there. Don't turn your Monanza into a whorehouse. Don't turn. My church house is not a whore. It makes me mad when people try to turn. Let me tell y'all something about me. And I'm not no angel. I ain't no devil either. I'm a hoe. Let me tell y'all something. I hate when people try to turn my ministry into a whorehouse. Because you can do that outside. When we come to God's house, we come for spirituality. I hate when people see me because I never needed to utilize my spirituality or the church to get sex. And so therefore, I don't understand that if I'm not making my spirituality a sexual thing, why are you trying to make it a sexual thing? I could talk about sex all day long and not be disrespectful. I can compliment you all day long, male or female, and not be disrespectful. I can enhance what you got going on all day long and not be disrespectful. I can make you feel good about yourself as a man or a woman and not cross those lines. Because if you have not enhanced the other aspects of yourself, and you have not broadened your horizon in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, or whatever you practice, then what you're going to do is continue to live and build a relationship off your lower self. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Huh? That's not what I'm here to do. Because after we get off of that bed, off that floor, or out of the backseat of that car, or your forehead off of that hood, we got to live. After I stop breaking your spinal cord and crushing your brain, we gotta live. After you get through ski, we gotta live. We gotta have something to look back on. After we get through lighting our candles, burning our incense, and going to the cemetery and working with the ancestors and all that, we need to live. And we need to enjoy it because we done been living long enough to learn what it is to have a good life. We need to be done travel somewhere so we can have some story to tell our children, our grandchildren. Huh? She said, Chief, you were giving our life-threatening injuries. Yes, sir. That's why I would tell you need insurance over here. This is the stuff that I want you to understand. Where my mind is, where we're headed in my ministry, in my church, and why I'm doing conjure. It's not for you to be out here, doing stuff, and you ain't got nothing to show for all this time this thing called life. I want, if you gonna be in a relationship, then build your relationship. If you ain't got nothing but nickels, you can still get to $1. If you ain't got nothing but pennies, you still can get to $1. If you ain't got nothing but dimes, you can still get to $1. If you ain't got nothing but quarter, you can still get to $1. And some people just blessed they come with the dollar. But don't mean that you, sir and ma'am, with a decent man or a decent woman, whether that's a friend, a business partner, whatever, you can't build a life for yourself. I watch some of y'all right now. If you believe in what we were doing here, it would be so easy for you to invest. It would be so easy for you to support. But some of y'all are so used to shenanigans. You want somebody to lie to you. I can't do it, Celie. I can't do it. It's not worth it to me. Let me tell y'all something. After the way that God, let me tell y'all something. I appreciate how many of you guys support me, and I don't have to lie to you. I don't have to sex you. I don't have to do gimmicks. I don't have to run games. I don't have to do sales. I don't have to do none of that shenanigans. Being real, I'm not saying it's easy doing what I do because I have to make a lot of sacrifices, but I am going to attract wholesome people in my life. And I can't attract that if I'm not wholesome. If I can't be genuine and loyal, Mother Susan was telling me that how she watched me be loyal to Minister Mario, son of Ochosi Crown, even in his death. How I go to the cemetery, how I venerate him, the things that I still do even to this day for him. I took care of him when he was living, and I'm still taking care of his soul while he has transcended into the spirit world. Y'all better understand, loyalty, commitment to the Eguns, to the Orishas, to the Loas, transcend sexuality, transcend money. Money is only a tool. And if you cannot be true, and if you cannot be sincere with your resources, you are not good for me. You are not healthy for me. But if you want to build something, I can be loyal to anybody that's loyal to me. We don't ever have to meet in the physical. If you keep showing up for me, I am going to show up for you. It's basic with me. It ain't nothing that I need a divine word from Oya, and I need to hear from Obatala, and I need to hear from Ezeli, and I need to talk to my principal spirit. I don't need to talk. All I need to see out of you is consistency, and you are continuously supporting what I'm doing, and I'm gonna work for you. My Eguns are gonna work for you. I'm gonna tell my gods and goddesses to work for you. You know why? Because you are supporting and you're giving me real resources. Some of y'all, listen, I bless the little just like I bless the great. But at the end of the day, you can't run a household with $40. Huh? You want some good loving? Pay all them bills, clean that house from top to bottom, and then become the freaking that sheep. It's so much easier to make love when all your needs and your wants are being fulfilled. Huh? The best root work that I can ever teach people is to how to do good treatment. Good treatment better than High John the Conquer root. Good treatment is better than Low John Conquer root. Good treatment is better than the Elizabeth root, or some people use the Jezebel root. Good treatment. Oh, snap. Good loving. Oh, I ain't talking about that sex, effing. What that song say? I can't make love, but I can F you. I'm talking about good. And when you get into them type of relationship, that's what you need to be. If you want to work with me, that's what I want for your life. If you're going to ask me to pray for you or do work for you, I'm telling you what I'm praying. I don't want you constantly struggling to have a relationship and got to keep food in the refrigerator just for them to come over and have dinner. Because they ain't... No, we too grown for that. We too grown for that. He knew you had a 4-bedroom house before he brought his ass over there. You knew she had 3.5 children. I say 3.5 because she got a midget child. So, you knew she had that before she went on. Stop acting like grown people. Count up the cost. If this ain't what you want, leave it alone. Ain't nobody forcing you to do nothing. What you sign up for is what you sign up for. But don't play games. Don't play games. We too grown for that. I hope this helped. I hope y'all realize why sex is messing up the ATR from the elders to the clients. I told elders why they shouldn't be involving sex in their practices. I done told the clients. Listen. You can have your fun outside of your godchildren. You can have your fun outside of your church members. I did it. Bo said, I must share this with somebody. If you don't ever burn incense, if you don't ever light a candle, you don't ever go to my website and never support me. I share a lot of wisdom because our people are mentally and emotionally sick when it comes to sex. And I don't like sex. I love sex. I'm a sexual creature. But I at 50, almost 51 years old, can tell you that you do not want to be involved. My grandma said, do not eat where you shit at and do not shit where you eat at. I'm sorry. I don't know what else. Some of y'all gonna get y'all feeling with Apostle. I'm here for the spirituality. I want to help you spiritually grow. I don't want to stick my blessed tool in your cranium. I don't want to knock you out. That ain't what I'm here for. I'm here to share the anointing. Must need a conversation. Thank you for this. Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. If you want me to work for you, I have no problem. You want me to support you, I have no problem. And attraction is fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. I find quite a few people attractive, and that's fine. People find me attractive. That's fine. What we can't be doing is being irresponsible. Because we don't want the practice to look bad because we don't know how to behave as grown men and women. Okay? If you want to eat somebody's groceries, don't eat your godson groceries. Huh? It's plenty of other men out there for you to eat their groceries. Don't be messing with your godchildren. Don't be messing with... Don't do that. Don't do that. You done mess around, went in the bathroom in the church and looked over in the stall and seen John is Johnson, and now John is your man. Cut it out, y'all. Sent for protection, me and my daughter. I got you. What did I do it again? Yep. Hold on, y'all. I did it again. And I got a reading for peace. I'm trying to tell y'all, we grown. We not for the brain shame to the ATR, cause we don't know how to be grown. And I still ain't telling you not to have your fun, cause you can still have your fun responsibly. Hold on. Did it again. That's what a lot don't understand. I don't got mine. I got mine before I came to church. I ain't in a struggle. And if you got to take care of yourself before you go around your godchildren so you can behave, then take care of yourself. You heard that from the pastor, the chief. Don't be out here messing up because you don't have no discipline. Sheesh. Scorpio reading. I've been over there. Oh my ayawo. Oh my God. That energy is hitting. I got her on my ancestor altar. Natasha for protection from her and Elena. Oh my God, Elena looks so much like you. Oh my Lord. That's a good thing. I told her. Yeah. Flavor Flav look just like his mama, and that ain't a good thing. Apostle, do you sell soaps or having something on your website for cleansing? I have cleansing bath on my website. I do. I don't. These right here, I haven't. I sold them to the members of my church, but this is what I bathe with this. I bathe with this honey soap. That's what I use. It's an Oshun soap. I don't know. I got to see if they can keep that product up there. I might sell it, and then again, you know, if you can find something. But that's what I use. A lot of times people want to use what I use, but it ain't just my products that keep me with this energy. It's how I treat people. A lot of y'all think bath bombs smell so good and yeah. Minister Mario, oh my God. He got so really good at making those bath bombs. And then I'm going to do that for Natasha and her daughter. And then let me tell y'all something. And then okay, I got you, Darius. I just saw it. Oil of gladness. And thank you guys for the support. This process is very costly, and the reason I'm putting this stuff out here, my talisman, these are ready. Yeah, the Oshun, Obatala, the Shango, and the Ligua have been ready. The Oshun is ready. Obatala and Ogun and Oya, they're ready. They are ready. I mean, they are ready. Where do I got my let me tell y'all, I took my pendulum, because I got pendulums everywhere. But I had my pendulum in my prayer room, and I put it over my my IIO. Oh my good G, the energy that was coming off of that pot. I say, yes, Lord. Hold on, where's my, did I move it? Yep, I did. But these are really strong. Well, my pots are really strong. But yeah. And Darius, love and sin. Love, peace. Okay. And I told you guys, these have to be prayed over for your petition the particular Orisha for this one. But this has to be kept on your person for it to actually work for you. And those come from my actual pots. Oh, you want a melon? I got you. Libra. Oil of gladness for my Libra. I'm gonna do yours, Darius. Hold on. Oil of gladness. That was smart. Let me pick them. Yes. Okay. And then I got Darius. Oh, I just left oil of gladness. Oil of gladness. This is so good. I don't know why they sleeping on this one right here. Especially y'all that always deal with depression. If you got a lot of Saturn in your chart, this is a really good incense to keep on hand. Oil of gladness. Peace. Oop, wait a minute. No, that's 7 chakra. Peace incense. This smells so good. Anybody or actually order my peace incense, they can tell you, oh my God, it smells so good. Peace incense. Love incense. I get so involved in my making of stuff. And then let's see. And then my Scorpio. You welcome, darling. I want us to understand that I'm only trying to be fair before we move forward into a lot of the heavier workings that I'm going to be doing, especially my graveyard ceremonies. People that decide to get initiated. Can the reading be centered around the month October or something? Is my brain going wild? Yeah, I can ask. But I want you guys to know what we are, all the instant world. Thank you, love. Thank you so much. So I want you guys to know where we're headed. So this work is getting more serious. And so I don't want you coming and being adolescent about what you want, know what you want, and don't have me out here throwing work out here and manifesting stuff. And then at the end of the day, now you're not happy. You should be grown enough to know what's going to make you happy and whole. We're not doing that. And thank you for the offering for something to eat. The hell is this? Okay. Now I'm going to do this reading for Keish around October. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Keish the Scorpio, concerning the month of October 2023. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Keish the Scorpio. She desires to know what is going on concerning the month of October in 2023. What is it? That which is in the dark. Focus. What is it that this Scorpio should focus on? In October, felt that concerning October. All right. Yeah, felt that in my crown energy. Now, Keish Scorpio for October comes up passion and shadow. It says a yin, mem. It says, this name stokes the fires of passion in my heart and soul. These letters give me the power to maintain serenity, devotion, and correct consciousness in my prayers, meditation, and spiritual connection. October is going to be a very spiritual month for baby Scorpio. A lot of devotion is your prayer life. It speaks a lot around spirituality. So I would be inclined to tell you focusing on your eguns, your ancestors. But it talks about the fires of your past and things that are near and dear to you. That's the focus for October. Those that know what October is all about, especially going into November. Your October talks about appreciation. Ayin Nun Va. It says appreciation, thankfulness, gratitude. These are the noble attributes of Moses. Arise within me by this name. Infused with these attributes, I retain and enjoy all the blessings and the treasures in my life. The October is about you showing appreciation for what God has done for you, the ancestors have done for you. Also, it talks about showing appreciation and gratitude, and also receiving that as well. October is also going to be about receiving certain levels of gratitude, and it says some form of enjoyment of your blessings and treasures. Some things that you are taking for granted, life, health, and strength, things that you can take in certain relationships. They don't have to be perfect in family, but they're still family. You still love them. They still love you. Acceptance, those kind of attributes that that's going to be taking place in October. Then your outcome card comes in, letting go. It says Yud Yud Lamed in October. It said, I am no longer a prisoner of my past regrets, earlier traumas, pain, and suffering. This card right here is talking about don't be taking things that weigh you down into October. It's like letting go. It says, I believe in miracles and enjoy your future. I gain the courage to let go. I let go of everything, period. This card right here in outcome for October is about just, as the church say, laying aside every weight. Anything that is that you have not resolved, try to resolve it as quickly as possible. October right around the corner, but resolve it as quickly as possible, because it is important not to have October with a lot of baggage, especially emotional baggage. I would do Psalm 25. Make sure I got everything. Guys, thank you so much once again. To my church family, to my biological family, my cousin, we had a really good time. Also to my son and to my loved ones, to all of you guys that are holding it down for me when it comes down to my website. Thank you, Sister Monique, for assisting me at my website. To all of you, Brother Johnny, Mother Susan, for being such a father and mother of my church. And to each and every one of you guys, from your love offerings to donations. Y'all got me so excited about how y'all treated me through this situation with Minister Mario, son of Ochosi, and how that I'm so excited because I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna be doing conjure tonight because I want to work my pot. I'm excited about having the Sister of Oya in my house and on my ancestor altar. And y'all, it is like there's so much energy vibrating off of that altar. I had one of my necklaces inside of my pot, and when I tell you that the energy is on point, so I'm going to be doing some conjure tonight. I have my Oya sword on my my IIO pot. It's energizing, the ancestors energizing my sword. And when I tell y'all, when I go to the cemetery tomorrow, even though I got to go to Miami tomorrow as well, I got consultation to do, so I got a lot to do tomorrow. But when I get ready to work that sword, oh my God. Listen, I'm not upset with my enemies. You have every right. I forgot to mention I got my incense. Oh, you got your incense. You welcome, baby. My enemies have every right to be upset, discouraged, perplexed, befuddled. The power of God is enormous. I thank God for it. That's all I'm going to say on that. It's real around here. Thank you so much for your love, your support. And ma ferifun Obatala, ma ferifun Iligwa, ma ferifun Oya, ma ferifun Ochosi, ma ferifun Yemiya, Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Don't forget to comment up on this video. And thank you. Good night.